Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I am bringing in part 2 of the Shadow Dragonite team that I had featured last video. So I have definitely had a lot of fun running this Dragonite on the lead with a Venusaur and Charizard as the closer. So Shadow Dragonite actually still has a lot of play, especially against a lot of these Community Day starters that we see, namely being, of course, the Swampert and the Venusaur. And of course, even though the Charizard does hit it pretty hard with the Dragon Claw, we are still able to Dragon Breath it down really tough. So in here we are seeing the Gallade coming in, so we are a positive lead against a lot of these fighters. But they swap out into the Dragon Breath Gyarados, which is a hard threat to this team. So of course we are putting in our Venusaur as the main counter. They choose not to shield the Frenzy Plant, so we are going to be able to take it out and farm, expecting the Gallade to come in, but it looks like instead a Charizard. So honestly, a really good position for us, just because we are able to right now pressure that shield with the Sludge Bomb. So they are seeming to wanting to aggressively farm down, so we are able to make it to a second Sludge Bomb, which is great, and able to pick up the second shield here. Gallade comes back in, and we are able to swap back in real fast into Dragonite. So, able to land that, of course, dealing a ton of damage just for a Dragon Claw. I'm expecting this to be a Leaf Blade, so I'm not going to shield that. And able to farm it down. And now we are able to catch this Dragon Claw on this Dragonite. And then, of course, we have our own Charizard, now up 2 shields. So we are looking at a very good position for this first match. Of course, we are going to shield this regardless of what it is. Dragon Claw bait, that's absolutely fine, and we're going to go straight for the Blast Burn. So Charizard, with its really high attack stat, even though it hits a lot of these Pokemon like a Charizard or even a Swampert for not very effective, that Blast Burn still does a ton. So really aggressive Pokemon there. We are going to shield it up that Dragon Claw one more time, fire off our own, and of course take this game 1. So this set, as well as the previous one, was really just only the first 2 sets that I had played with this team. I had tested it out past that and had still very good results with it, with a very positive win rate with that Dragonite on the lead. So here we see a Escavalier. So in this matchup, although we are taking not very effective from the counters, we are also not dealing very much with these Dragon Breath and Dragon Claws as well. I do need to watch out for the Mega Horn, and here I decided to swap out into Charizard to be able to catch a charge move. Was a little bit of lag there, but we are able to catch the Drill Run, which is huge. So in comes a Gyarados, and this is what I'm talking about for Charizard, guys. Able to go for the Blast Burn, land it, and still take out half the health of that Gyarados. So at this point, I'm very comfortable to let my Charizard go down just because of how low that Escavalier is in the back. Bringing in Venusaur, of course, for this matchup. And here I decided to not farm down and just kind of go for the Frenzy Plant instead and try to save a shield. In comes the Escavalier once again, and we are able to catch the Drill Run again on this Escavalier. So able to just really reduce the damage on that. Tangrowth comes in, and of course we are able to fire off these Dragon Claws. So Tangrowth is still a threat to this team with that Rock Slide, but even in the back though, we still have that Venusaur with the shield up for a potential Sludge Bomb, but we instead just go ahead and keep Dragonite in here as we are getting close to being loaded up on energy and pressuring the shield. They decide to let it go through, and at this point we are able to Dragon Breath down, which is insane. And they decide to just call it game there, especially with that Escavalier being so low of health. So that just kind of shows you how the Shadow variant is able to just kind of just pressure the games a lot harder in a lot of different matchups. So here we see the Dragonite Ditto with one being Shadow and one being just the regular. Of course we do beat out CMP with our high attack stat, and I do believe I opt shield here, thinking that I might be able to double KO, but you'll see here in this instance, because mine doesn't have the best IVs, we aren't able to knock it out at the same time. So which is fine. We come in with the Charizard, and I'm able to farm up a little bit of energy. They bring in the Ampharos, which isn't good news for my Charizard, and of course I have to keep the Venusaur in. I am noticing that this one is a Purified, but thinking that it was a bait, I did let this go through. Probably should have shielded this one, because then I take a return, which did a whole lot more damage than I thought it would. And here I just decided to aggressively farm down and shield up this Thunder Punch. And then an Empoleon comes in, so not very great news for my Charizard in the back. I do go for the Frenzy Plant there, and able to make it to a second one. Of course, this one is going to pick up the shield, and I swap into my Charizard, really wanting to get to that Blast Burn, but I figured we didn't make it, so I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw, hoping to knock it out. And of course, it does not, and we are going to go ahead and take a Hydro Cannon here, taking out our Charizard. Bringing in Venusaur back in, trying to farm down, and we go for the double KO. So that was a really good game there. Should have shielded up that Ampharos, and probably did that, and that probably would have put us in a lot better of a position. So coming in here, we do see, this is a match that I do want to feature, is the Dragonite into the Togekiss. So of course we are bringing in 2 counters to the Togekiss to be able to kind of give an out to having a Dragonite lead. Of course we're going to go straight for the Blast Burn. I don't want to take the risk of wasting energy for the Dragon Claw on that Togekiss, because of course it's not really going to do much at all. And going straight for the second Blast Burn, really hoping to land this and take out the Togekiss, but they are going to go ahead and commit shields. So at this point, we are just able to go ahead and go to the Dragon Claw and do a little bit of chip damage, but not very much. But we are able to wither down this Togekiss. So bringing in Venusaur, at this point I don't shield, expecting something like an Ancient Power, and it does go through, so we're looking good there, and able to soak that up and farm up a little bit. So Scizor comes back in. Because we are down from that Charizard, it's looking a little bit harder for this Scizor matchup, just because that Steel is going to be able to resist all the moves from my other 2 Pokemon. So Night Slash comes in, I'm not shielding it, and they get the boost. I'm swapping in Dragonite, and they swapped out, so that was great for us that they did lose that boost, switching back out. Machamp, and we are able to farm down before they get to the Rock Slide, which was huge for us. And again, that just shows off how sometimes with these shadows, we are able to pressure that a lot harder and preserve shields. At this point, I am going to let this through, thinking that my Venusaur can just come back in and get to that Frenzy Plant. And even if they do fire off a charge move, we did save that shield for endgame. So able to fire off the Frenzy Plant, a little bit of lag here, but we are able to pick up that game. So great game my opponent there. Definitely the Scizor can be difficult for this team if, of course, alignment is off, as was shown with that Charizard being taken down by the Togekiss. So last matchup in this set here, we are headed straight for another Togekiss match. So definitely Togekiss is a very common lead for this meta. So again, playing it the same way, we are bringing in Charizard and noticing that they aren't swapping out again, which is great for us. We can go for the Blast Burn again and pressure those shields. Charge move will have to eventually come through, and we are of course expecting the Ancient Power. So I'm going to go ahead and shield that. Ancient Power comes through, they do not get the boost, and going straight for a second Blast Burn. Again, hoping to land it, but if not, we are able to take a second shield. So here they swap into Poliwrath. Poliwrath is another Pokemon with that Ice Beam, or Ice Punch, hitting us pretty hard for the Dragonite and the Venusaur. Fortunately, we do have the Venusaur hitting back really hard for the Frenzy Plants. So at this point, I know I can survive a Ice Punch, just because it's not stab with the Poliwrath, and Venusaur is pretty decently bulky. So we're going to soak that up and fire off the Frenzy Plant, which is going to do massive damage to this Poliwrath. And in comes the Blaziken. So now we have Dragonite back for this. So this is a really good position for us. The only move we do have to watch out for is a potential Stone Edge, which would take us out. But able to just pressure really hard for that. that Blaziken does have loaded up energy in the back, so we do have to watch out for a potential multiple Blaze Kicks if they were able to get to it. And of course, we are just going to shield this, expecting it to be the Blaze Kick. And it comes through, and we are able to just Divine Whip down. So great game there, definitely cool to see the Blaziken. But that is the second 5 games of this team. So definitely give it a shot. Dragonite does have a lot of play in this meta right now. But if you like the content of this video, definitely drop us a like. And remember to subscribe for more because we do post every single week. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Bye.